options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Comfort food, but make it vegan. At Rutabagas, they're serving all your crave-worthy classics. Mac and cheese, loaded nachos, Philly cheesesteaks, all 100% plant-powered and 100% delicious. Catch them at their cozy spot at 70th and Vine, or find their food truck rolling through the streets of Lincoln. So whether you're vegan, veg curious, or just hungry for comfort food with a twist, Rutabagas has a plate waiting for you. Find them on Instagram for their food truck location and specials. Rutabagas, where comfort meets compassion.
Hi, Sean Callahan here, and I've got some great news for you. Koppel Chevrolet GMC is proud to be the #1 fastest growing GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln metros. Koppel is also celebrating its 50th anniversary. We want to say thank you to all of our customers that have helped us reach these milestones. So come see why so many customers, including myself, are choosing Koppel Chevrolet GMC for their automotive needs. Please check us out at koppelcars.com.
Prashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins'. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
It's time to go one-on-one with DP. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, Derek Pearson, brought to you by Canopy Street Market.
Late night, wrestling week, boom. Can you feel it? It's almost that time. We've been building up to this season, this group of young Huskers, this group of Warriors, and Friday night, we're 2 sleeps.
Mm-hmm.
We're 2 sleeps away. We welcome you in. You can be a part of what we're doing, and you want to be 402-464-5685 is the Sartor Heyman text line. You want to be a part of what we're doing? Reach out, hit us with a WhatsApp. We got a smoker for you. This one's hot, coming in hot. Looking forward to it. You can follow us on all the live video streams, Facebook, YouTube, X, Allo Channel 961 on Allo Fiber Cable. You can follow us on Amazon Prime. Go get it. Or you can download the Ticket app and you can get it directly to your phone. Let's set the tone. Harrison Arns, let's give this young man a proper welcome.
I would like to officially announce my commitment to the University of Nebraska.
Wow. He is one of one, to be certain, both in life and on the collegiate level, as he wins a national title at 197 pounds.
One thing I would like to say, and that is, there is a big red Ferrari coming through, and he's going to be finishing out every single heavyweight match. And let's go. I'm fired up.
It is. Let me set the table. This is the first. We're talking. This is the first of many because the personality, the energy, the life source needs to be shared. That is the blessing that we need to share that thing in us, and he is worthy of being shared with the world. Let's welcome AJ Ferrari. Big Red Ferrari. Kind sir, what's happening with you?
Doing really, really good. You know, honestly, this time of year, it's just about staying calm, cool, collected, not getting too hyped, just over-energized like today. It's just, I had such a great workout today and just feeling good, moving good. And I'm just excited, you know, all the work. It's just, wrestling is such a sport where like, there's so many aspects of your life that you like make sacrifices, you know, for me, for the diet, I'm eating so much food every 2-3 hours, you know, the lifestyle, the stretching, the heavy lifting, the wrestling, you know, going to bed. And then for me, like just living that lifestyle, you know, watching film, always trying to improve. And it's an obsession, you know, and really for me, it has to show for me because like I go out there and it's like kill or be killed. And that's what separates me as a competitor is that like I put my life into this. It's not just all a wrestling match, all for other people, whatever sport you're in, it's a football game, it's a baseball game. No, it's when you live, lose, you die, you know, and that's really the way that I treat it. And I think that's what separates me. And again, I love doing what I do. If I didn't love it, I wouldn't do it, you know?
Is it the work, the discipline that's required to get to do what you do, or is it the result?
It's the work and the process. I think what people miss, you know, they think that they want to be all AJ Ferrari, Mr. Fast, Twitch, and just the national championship and all of that. But for me, that's a bonus. That doesn't even matter that much. Just the process. Like I enjoy competing more than anyone. You know, it's what I live for. You know, the pressure, the bright lights, and the big stage. All you got to win, you got to perform. You know, like Iowa this year, we're doing Iowa here at home later this season. Let's say we're losing a duel by 3 points. Got to get a major against Ben Keeter, tough opponent. Those are the moments I live for. You know, and that's when Ferraris really shine. I feel like me and my brothers, we've always been from a very, very young age. My dad put us in environments where, you know, the obstacles seemed impossible. You know, it seemed like you got a rope to the ceiling, right? In our basement, in our wrestling room. And basically you've got to do 5 rope climbs all the way up, all the way down within 45 seconds, you know, and it's like you do it once and you do 3 of them, you do it once, you do 4, and then all of a sudden you're doing it after a wrestling workout. So you're just so fatigued. And it's like, my dad had that mindset built into us from a very, very young age where it was like, no matter what the obstacle is, losing is when you give up. Even if you lose, it's that never say die attitude. That's what winning is. And that's what the mindset is. That's a Christ-minded mindset. That's the Jesus Christ mindset that even when he was on the cross, Father, have you forsaken me, right? He never gave up to the end, you know, and he was the ultimate sacrifice. And every day I try to just strive to be like him and strive to be like my father, AJ Ferrari Sr., in their lifestyles, their mindset, and their work ethic.
Let me talk to you about this family of yours, because we are all the accumulation of the people that love us.
right? And it shows up in every kind of way.
Right.
So let me talk to me and give me some insight on who your parents are. Talk to me about Dad.
Right. So my dad is AJ Ferrari Sr. Just very, very intense man, as you would say. So yeah, everything with him is pretty intense. You know, his I said this, I don't know if it says last time on the last time we were on here, but his mindset is if you don't work in my family, you don't eat. So and that's specifically for the men in the family. You know, the men, it's you work, you get the result, or you don't work and you don't just get the result, and you should probably not be a part of the family. Because in our family, it's, you know, from a very, very young age. We're talking about since I came out of my mom's womb. That's what the mindset was.
Get to work.
It was like that old school Italian American work ethic, you know, that was just like so important, that was instilled in me. And just another thing too was like, nobody cares about your excuse. Nobody cares about you got this going on, that going on. Nobody cares. You know what I mean? So that was just it was just a good thing to have that around. There's no victimhood. Like some people in today's society, you can choose to be a victim or choose to be a victor. You know, I've had, you guys look at my lifestyle, man. I'm not gonna go through it, but I've had so many things where I could say, man, I was a victim when I had this happen to me. You know, I had this situation happen to me and everybody turned their back on me when I was in the right, and people still turn their back on me. You know, but realistically, I was never a victim. I was a victor because I chose to learn and grow from those obstacles, you know, because we can always go around those obstacles or we can go through them and learn from them, right? So I think that for me now is like, man, I'm 24 now, learning from the fact that, man, sometimes for me, it's about taking the less taken path, you know, and at my age, you know, it's really a very, very small circle, right? I mean, I'm a friendly guy, but at the same time, I'm not going to let people come to my circle if you're not trying to help me grow as a person, right? And I think that's why me and you have become such good friends, is just that, like, you're a real person, you know, you really care about me as my growth as a wrestler, as a man, as an individual. You know, you don't want to just see me, you know, being another guy that, man, could have been this, should have been that, you know what I mean? Oh, AJ Ferrari could have been, should have been, would have been, you know, but then it's like, nobody cares at the end of the day, because the worst thing in life is wasted talent, you know, and I refuse to let that be me. And even if, God forbid, something did happen, it's like, I'm going to die on my shield, right? Every time I go on the mat, I put on a line, right? And I'm not going to be defensive. I'm not going to wrestle scared. You know, scared money don't make no money. You got to go out there and just enjoy the moment. I think that's one thing that you see Angelo doing. He's at Iowa now, just dominating guys, because he's had to have the same exact upbringing I had, except for he had an older brother. Me and Anthony beat the crap out of him and beat it into him. You know, if I would have an older brother, I can only imagine how good I would be as well. You know, so it's absolutely insane. I'm so excited for the future of Nebraska wrestling and for my brothers.
Talk about your brothers, because when you mention the accumulation part of it, that the lessons that learned, now your younger brothers all have your mastery to work from.
Right.
They've seen you. They can lean on you. As a matter of fact, when friction happens, they come to you and they tell you, okay, I'm at a point where I've got more friction than I want or I know how to deal with. How much of the conversations you have with your brothers is about wrestling rather than life?
I think a lot of that is about life, you know, a lot more than the rest is about wrestling. You know, I think wrestling obviously takes a big form of it and it's a big place, but I think what's more important is your lifestyle, you know, is your relationship with the Lord, is your relationship with the people around you, you know, are you getting, you know, a big thing for me is like bad company corrupts good character. So like if you're a good person, if you're around bad company, you know, they're going to pull you down, man. And that's biblical. It says in the Bible. So like really just meditating on that and like really living that out, you know, making sure that the people where I surround myself with are people that genuinely care about me, you know, and they don't care about me, oh, AJ Ferrari, the clout, the fame, the publicity, the flexing that comes with it. No, they care about me as an individual, as a person, as a person trying to strive to be like Christ and trying to accomplish things in our society that, to be honest, they used to be so hard, but nowadays they're not that hard because most people don't have the mindset. They don't have the willingness. Everybody has the will to win, right? Everybody has the willingness. Oh, I want to win. But it's like, do you have the will to actually do what it takes to prepare to win? Right? Do you have the willingness to make that decision every day in the morning? Man, I got to drink this protein shake. I got to get another 2,000 calories in at 10 p.m. right when I get out of here, man. I'm already stuffed for the day. I've already had 6,000 calories. I got to get another 1,000 calories in. I got to drink that shake. You know, that's a battle. Every single thing. It's all those choices, you know, like tonight, there's people like, oh, I want to hang out, this and that. Have some people. It's like, no, bro. I'm like, honestly, it's been funny actually this week. Every day I've been watching the Rockies. I've seen them so many times, but I watched yesterday. I watched Rocky 3.
What's the best Rocky?
Personally, I don't think you can ever beat the first one in any series, but personally, my favorite is Rocky 4. That's my personal favorite. But my view when it comes to movies is that you can never beat the original number one, like the start to the movie, because it sets the whole background. Like in Rocky 1 was amazing with the whole backstory of the American dream, the guy, the one in a shot, million shot, so it's just, I love that one. And I love, the power of the mind. I feel like a lot of people, and like, if you have anybody right now, I posted it promoting this show on my social media, any kids, any fans listening, tap into the power of the mind. People don't understand just how powerful the mind is, and you have to, every single day I tell people this, but you truly have to believe to achieve, right? If I put all this work in and I go out on Friday, we wrestle at 6 p.m. I'll probably be up 7:30 p.m., right? If I go out there 7 p.m., there's all these bright lights, and I don't believe in myself, dude, I'm not going to perform. I'm not going to get all the results from the work, right? And I always talk about there's two people in life, right? Or actually, there's really three. There's three, but there's two main ones, and there's the third one, which is the 1 in a million, which is the people that are successful. So first, there's that guy that always puts the work in. He outworks everybody. He's the first one there, last one to leave. He has, the desire, he has the want factor, but then he doesn't have the faith. He doesn't have the belief. And that guy puts all the work in, and he gets on the mat, and then he's nervous, doesn't perform, right? Then you got the second guy. You've got the guy that has the faith, has the, oh yeah, I got the confidence, but then doesn't put the work in. And there's a lot of people like that. And we call those people arrogant because they're acting like they're confident, but they didn't put the work in. And then the third thing is whenever you balance the two together, whenever you have the faith combined with the works, right? Combined together, all of a sudden, that's the big picture. All of a sudden, it's like, man, this guy's obsessed. This guy's dominant because he's making sure that every single aspect of his life is geared towards improving him in the direction. And everything is either pulling you and pushing you towards your goal and pulling you away in the smallest margins. It's anything, and that's why even for me, it's like, I like to hang around people. Even like people ask me all the time to go on huge talk shows. People want me on Barstool Sports. I don't even go on it. I go on a show with you because you have that confidence, that belief, that sense, of just work, and it shows in who you are. The fact that you have this 937, everybody loves it, everybody talks about it, it's huge, right? And it's just like, for me, that's important to strive to be around people that are like that, So like, I always try to tell people, man, especially young generation kids, teens, you know what I mean? Bad company corrupts good character. Iron sharpens iron. Be around the right individuals, and it's important for you to have friends, not that you want, friends that are telling you what you want. Hey, man, you want to hear this? You got to have those friends that you need, and that's why I love going on the show. That's why I love Nebraska wrestling, because you guys are just, everybody here is like that. That's part of the Nebraska gang.
We are with national champion, Nebraska Husker heavyweight. And I got used to saying that. You got to change that 197 to heavyweight. AJ Ferrari. A couple of things you just mentioned on. Harrison sits with me on a nightly basis, daily basis, and he hears me talk about these codes for life that I live by, and all the good people that I bring in the circle are those people. And what you said about the person that has faith but not the will, we call it's a love print, in that love without action makes you good-hearted, but you don't accomplish anything. Action without love keeps you busy, but you may not accomplish anything good. But every great moment for every great person, every great community, every great family, every great country is when love and action work together, when they're fully committed and tied to it. And then the other thing you said about the margins, you have a finite GPS. You have a mission and you have a direction. You get every day you get up, you know how many calories you need to consume, how much rest you need to get, you know where it's going to come from. And if you stray from it, your inner GPS tells you, AJ, it appears you're detouring. It appears you're not on track. Should we recalculate? And that is finite for you. And it's a beautiful thing. Is that the Ferrari family? Is that dad? Or is that now the current version of you, because you've just, iron has sharpened you to the point where your GPS is set. It's locked in.
Well, I think really for me, it's looking in the mirror, right? I mean, I love the quote that I always use from Michael Jordan is like, dude, Michael Jordan was just like everybody else, but every single day he says he demanded more from himself than anyone. He demanded more from himself than anyone. And that's what I try to do every day. I'm doing deadlifts. I demand more from myself than anyone. Deadlifting 610 pounds for 11 reps, lifetime PR in the season. I mean, even the fact, like, I'm just grateful I have the gift of God, the fact that I can do that and wrestle the next day and not get injured, So it's just like, I try to demand more for myself every day. And then obviously have coaches like Coach Mark Manning, Coach Servaldo Lagnev, Coach Snyder, Coach Green, obviously my dad, AJ Ferrari Sr., to check me and make sure that I'm staying on that trajectory. Right. And at the time, it's not always fun, whenever you feel like you're doing the work, because a lot of people don't know what real work ethic is. They think, oh, I work out here, I work out 2 hours, I work out here, but it's like, they don't understand the obsession. Like, whenever I say this, it's like, I really want to succeed as bad as I want to breathe. Like, literally, I'm breathing oxygen right now. Like, that's how bad I want to succeed. It's like, whatever it takes, it's like, there's no excuses. And it's like, there's always a will. There's a way to find a way, and there's a way to find a way to lose, and for me, every time it's like, you have to do it in the day to day, man. You have to test yourself. Your mind, just like your physical body, is a muscle. So if you're not testing your mind in the day to day, it'll weaken. It's like today, for instance, we're doing a cold plunge, like a 12-minute cold plunge, maxed it out. Can't go past 12 minutes. Otherwise you can risk hypothermia. So I just today I just tapped out my mind on the cold plunge, because I obviously hate the cold. I like saunas. I like natural stuff. I like stretching and stuff like that, but like the cold plunge was miserable, and I just embraced it.
It's funny you say that, right? Because you build your strength on eliminating flaws, weaknesses, those things that you don't like. You have to embrace them. Matter of fact, you have to stalk them, right? Because if you don't, the people that are going to challenge you for the thing that matters most for you will find it,
right?
And so what are you working on now that is different? I heard you talk about that you had a personal best. And Harrison, I need you to pay attention to this. This man ate 14 8-ounce steaks in a day. In one day.
Yes, sir.
What?
Yeah, I mean, I was a little obsessive before, because I was going to have weight. I was like, I'm going to get as big as possible. But now, honestly, it's been a lot less of the crazy eating. It's more, making sure I'm the best conditioned athlete in the country, because I was kind of worried about the size, just making sure I'm big enough, not necessarily for winning, but more for staying healthy, right? Because whenever you're with someone, whether it's 30 pounds of fat or 30 pounds of muscle, which most of the guys, it's fat, and nobody really has the same amount of muscle as me, unless they're like 6'4", 6'5", and then it's a lot easier to get under them and have leverage.
Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest thing, is like making sure I'm the best conditioned athlete in the country, So right now I'm only about probably at 230, 235. I was at 240, 245, but I was feeling good, strong, and explosive, but I didn't have that last bit of cardio that I really wanted to have, right? That 7th gear Ferrari downshift when you pull it in and you got to take them out that extra bit, So I'm now a lean, mean fighting machine. I was like 240, 245. I was huge, but I was out about maybe 11, 12% body fat. The fattest, honestly, the thickest I've ever been, which for me, 12%, I can't get above that. Like me eating fast food and not working out, that's about 12% whenever I did that for 8 months. Right now I'm probably at about 9%, and I'm about 230, 235. So I'm really, really feeling in a good spot where my conditioning is just so good. And then obviously, most importantly, my mental conditioning, the mind, like I'm where I need to be mentally when it comes to competition. I'm in that zone, it's like, you got to have that. And that's just like, for me, it's like, it's an aura, it's a presence, right? It's a sense of like, man, like I've put a lot of work in. And it's like, dude, like this guy's not going to steal from me the amount of work I put in, the sacrifices I've made. He ain't stealing that. When he steps on the line and he says, I'm going to beat you, you're saying, you put more work in to be stronger than me. You put more work in to be quicker than me. You put more work into me than be flexible than me. You put more work in technically than me. You watch more film than me. And it's like, no, you didn't. Don't lie, man. Take what you want. As for me, it's like, you got to take it, man. Some people in this society, like, give me this, give me that, help me out here, help me out, always looking for a hand. But it's like, you got to take it, man. And that's why I love wrestling more than any sport. When you're on that mat, nobody can help you or hurt you except for that man and except for the Lord. That's it.
You just said it, like Harrison and I, again, we have these conversations. The athlete in me, I have to calm down. The coach in me, I can never shut up.
Right.
So to say often, when you put, as a football player, when you put your hand in the dirt in front of me, it's disrespectful. I have to take it as disrespectful, right? How dare you? How dare you? Like, and then to watch elite wrestlers, combat warriors, that when somebody puts their toe on the line and offers a hand and looks you in the eye, it has to be disrespectful,
right?
To the sacrifice, to the meals, to the extra training, to the pain, to the threshold of all the things. And I'm glad you said it, because some people would take that as, well, that's a bit much. No, that's it.
Right.
That's for me, that's the signal.
Right. Well, that is a bit much, but it got to be a bit much. You got to be a little bit crazy to be a national champion and be the best of the best, right? I mean, you got to think about these things, people don't understand in a sport like wrestling, where it's one of the hardest sports, let alone, and you get guys that, you're in a weight class where there's a lot of guys that are just hungry, that with, especially now with NAL and with wrestling and with national championships, it's like, this is my life, man. This is like my job, right? My job is to compete, win national championships, and give glory to God and get my grades done, get good schoolwork, you know what I mean, get my major as well. But for me, it's like, this is all that I think about. The only thing that I prioritize more than this is my faith, you know, and my family. Everything else is secondary, you know, like especially this time of year.
Where does that come from? Where does that bond to faith, that core of faith, because it has to be deep,
right?
In order for it to run at the levels that you're allowing your body, soul. You talked about the brain and the body. I think that the spirit, your spirit, is the thing that is different than anybody that you're going to put toe to toe with.
Right.
Where does that come from?
That comes from my parents, the upbringing, and then that comes from me just having the life I've had. You know, I've seen a lot of things, and whenever you see the things I've seen and you have the things you go through, you know, you really see that everything's a test. You know, everything's a magnitude of whether or not you're going to, you know, give in and fail these tests, or you're going to learn from them, you know. And that's the thing, is like, no matter what mistake you make, God will always forgive you for that mistake, but that doesn't mean there's not going to be consequences for it. You know, a lot of people do not understand that. You know, no matter what you do, God will always forgive you, you know, for anything you do here on earth. But the thing is, doesn't mean there's not going to be consequences. So like every day, it's like you can take steps forwards in the right direction towards the place that the Lord wants you to be, you know, or you can take steps backwards, you know. And I was even talking about that in my interview because I almost came here back in 2018, you know, before I went to Oklahoma State. And it was like, I look at my life, it's like, man, imagine if I would have came here back then. But it's like, God allowed everything to happen for a reason, you know, to make me into the man I am today, you know. And that's the thing too, is like all these things that we grow through, that is what makes you a person. That's what makes you a man. Those difficult, hard moments, right? When you don't feel like doing it, you know, that's what builds your character. And so many people in our society run from that. They're like, oh, that's bullying. That's everything's about bullying. Give me a hand, this and that. But it's like, man, like sometimes, you know, being bullied and having society throw the things out. Like I've had people say stuff to me all the time. It's like, but that's grown me into the man I am today. It's calloused my mind, you know. And that's the biggest thing too, is like, you have to be willing to not care what anybody out there says, right? All the hate, the love, everything, you got to all push it away and just focus on one thing. You know, what is that? Execute. Simple, man. It's not easy, but it's simple, right? So like every single day, I'm like, execute on this, and don't get sidetracked, man. Like we're in here right now, I'm laser focused on this. You know, when I'm eating, I'm focused on eating. When I'm training, I'm focused on training, you know? So it's just those little bits, right? If I can give 0.1% more in every aspect of those areas, all of a sudden, that's the big picture.
Your point one is a whole lot different than everybody else's. I'm just going to say, we're just going to say that. All right, we're going to take our first break. We are with AJ Ferrari. And again, in this whole thing, Friday night, Devaney Center, 6 p.m. against Army, the first of it, first exposure, first night in Devaney in a packed house, and they're coming to see this man do his thing. I'm going to ask him why he's in Lincoln, Nebraska. I'm going to ask him why he chose Mark Manning. I ask him why he chose to be a Husker and what it means to him, what this whole thing's going to look like, because he's writing his own story. The story's already written. I'm really interested on how he sees it ending. We'll get that from him. AJ Ferrari, DP, one-on-one.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top-quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
From the chant of Husker Power to Allo Fiber powering your home and Husker Nation, Allo is the teammate you can trust. Whether you're streaming at home with Allo Internet, watching on the go with DirecTV through Allo, or checking stats and scores on Allo Mobile, Allo keeps you in the game. Bench the other guys and team up with the official internet, TV, and mobile partner of the Huskers. Go Gig Red. Visit allofiber.com/Husker Radio.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 432-6740.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Hey, Husker Nation. This is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top-quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Hi, Sean Callahan here, and I've got some great news for you. Copple Chevrolet GMC is proud to be the #1 fastest growing GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln metros. Copple is also celebrating its 50th anniversary. We want to say thank you to all of our customers that have helped us reach these milestones. So come see why so many customers, including myself, are choosing Copple Chevrolet GMC for their automotive needs. Please check us out at copplecars.com.
Attention all Wings fans. Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays, enjoy 40% off boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.39 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today, 68th and O, or in Williamsburg Village.
Schweizo Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Schweizo Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at schweizo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines, unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge, with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine. Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Did you know that deer collisions are covered under the comprehensive portion of your car insurance? That means, like with hail damage or vandalism, since they are out of your control, they don't usually raise your insurance rates. And that's a good thing, since most deer don't carry liability insurance. At Eustace Body Shop, we fixed all kinds of animal collision damage, from cows to raccoons, bobcats, and even turkeys. We can't do much for the animal, but we can get your car back on all fours and looking like new again.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
You're listening to One-on-One with DP, brought to you by Canopy Street Market on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back, One-on-One. AJ Ferrari, national champion. Do you have a signature? Do you have a national championship signature Like when you autograph something, you go, AJ Ferrari, national champion. Like,
hey, man, I mean, this is a new weight class, new year. You know, it's back to ground zero. For me, it's like I'm nothing. You know, I take the national championship and I throw that out the window. For me, it's like I just want to conquer people. I want to conquer their souls and take them out. It's that simple. You know, it's like it's war for me. It's not a wrestling match. And
that is some Conan the Barbarian. AJ, what is best in life?
I love the movie. A lot of times when I go to the arena, I listen to the little motivational video, and it's the movie 300. You know, and I always picture myself, you know, going out there, and as he says, you know, go out on your shield. You know, come back victorious or come back on your shield.
But I see you as Gladiator, Maximus. Yeah, it's fully Maximus.
Oh, man,
just standing in the line into space,
Yeah.
man. It is there. What does success this season look like for you? If I asked you to define the only acceptable result,
I think for me, success for me is not based on a result of just a national championship. I think for me, it's like, am I going in the direction I need to in life? Like I've said, you know, it's just like, am I making it a work? Because I could go through this year and win. I mean, and just win a 3-2 match, a 3-1 match. But it's like, that's not what I want to do. I want to dominate, you know, and I want to instill my will on these guys, you know, and that's what it's about, you know. And like right now, you know, it's Wednesday, you know, 8:30 p.m. right now. And it's just like right now, just like you said, the movie Gladiator, it's like right now I'm here and I'm picking up the dirt, you know, and I'm smelling it. And I'm like, it's right here, you know, it's right here. So it's just like, oh, man, especially my first match being against, you know, a tough opponent. This guy's ranked like 10th or 13th in the country, undefeated on the year, you know, and this guy wants it. He's excited, but it's like, I mean, these guys are pretty excited until I shoot a couple double legs through their face.
He's talked a little bit.
Yeah,
He's talked a little bit, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
And all the, like, it goes back last year, it was Nick Stemmet, the guy from Stanford. He was talking all this game, and then the whole match, he did nothing the whole match, you know? So it's like, and then all of a sudden I see these dudes like Nick Stemmet last year. It's like he talked all this on social media, and this guy didn't talk crap. He just said he wanted to wrestle me. He didn't say he was going to beat me or anything. He just said he was interested in wrestling me, which a lot of guys obviously aren't because they're afraid of me. But Nick Stemmet last year was like, oh yeah, I'm going to whoop Ferrari. I'm going to show him what's up. He's at this new school, whatever. He doesn't have the work ethic I have. And I was like, oh, the work ethic you have. Okay. So I see him in person. We were about to weigh in last year at the Stanford duel. And I'm there. I was like, yo, I said, you're going to have to eat every word you said. And like, I'm there. And I got that bilingual. I put my hand in his face. Right. And he instantly said like, oh man, he's like this. I'm going to be him. Oh man, it's just for promotion, man. It's just for social media. It's just for promotion. I was like, no, you're not going to disrespect me like that, bro. It's like, not now. You can't back out on your words. So it's like,
you said what you said.
Exactly.
You said what you said. Be who you are.
You know, and there's all these textbook, you know, Instagram, X, Twitter, tough guys. And all of a sudden they see in person and they're not about it, you know, because the work ethic doesn't lie. And that's where the confidence comes from. Right? Obviously, the confidence comes from my creator, right? God sees everything. But the confidence comes from the work ethic, man. You got to believe, and the only way you can believe is if you truly did every single thing, every aspect of your life to put yourself in the best position to win, right? As we talked about, the underwear I wear, to the water I'm drinking, to the time I'm going to bed, to my training regimen, like every aspect of my life is geared towards putting me in best position to win, you know, and I don't think people are as obsessive as me. I mean, I don't only think it, I know it. You know, I know my opponents aren't wearing 100% organic cotton, organic underwear. I know they're not only using Bamboo toilet paper. I have it in my backpack. I only travel with it wherever I go. It's an obsessiveness. And like for me, it's like the smallest of margins. If I can have a 0.1% advantage in everything, because then that's the thing is I go on the mat tomorrow and I close my eyes. I'm in the back by myself, right? I'm about to compete, 30 minutes to say. I look at myself in the mirror. It's like, you did everything in your God-given power to put you in the best position to win. And whether I win or lose, right? Let's say I lose, I get to go out there and I'm like, man, guess what? I have no regrets.
You did everything.
I did everything I could do.
Everything.
So it's like, I don't have to look back and regret this, regret. So many people live their life with what? Regret. And that's what I talk about all the time. You know, when I motivate kids, I talk about two things. There's two pains in life, right? There's two real deep pains. There's number one, the pain of discipline, the pain of the hard path, right? And then number two, there's the pain that doesn't show right now, but the pain of self-regret. And that's a deep pain, man. When you got to live with that.
That I had opportunity, talent, skill, and I missed. I said, but if you're staying in the process and you talk about it, listen, if you do everything from a dietary, from a cardio, from a rest, from a thoughtfulness, a spirituality, you've done all those things, that even if a result is not the ideal result, it's just a lesson.
Exactly.
It's just a lesson for the greater thing anyway. Right. And we tell people, listen, if I come to work, I haven't worked a day in 30 years. You know why? All the prep, all of the consumption, all the data, all of the things, all the people, all of the decisions, if they're good, if they're based in good, and they work from good, it will always take me through. It will always take me through. So you are working from a full and complete spiritual GPS. You know what it looks like. Then you have the physical GPS that tells you this is right. This is right. Then it becomes, I need to pick the place in the GPS. Location matters. You chose Lincoln, Nebraska to be a Husker, Mark Manning, Terrell Delagnav,
Brian
Snyder, Greeny,
Green, yes, sir.
right? You chose all of that. Why?
I think the biggest thing was the culture and just the gang, right? The Nebraska gang, as they would say. Just there's no culture like there is one here, you know. And I'm not just saying that because I'm here. I really believe that, you know. And I know that because I've been all over. I've been at Oklahoma State, won a national championship there. I was recruited to go to Penn State before I went to Oklahoma State, you know. And I was supposed to go to Rutgers. I was on all these programs. I was at Iowa. I lived there for 6 months. It's like the only program I've ever been to where I could take my 14-karat gold diamond rings and leave them out, not even in my locker room, leave them out. I forgot my jewelry. Sometimes I'm tired. I'm so focused. I left my jewelry out on a chair in our locker room for like 2 or 3 days. I went back. I was like, oh my goodness, hope it's still there. It's been 2 or 3 days. It's still there. You know what I mean? It's like there's no locker room like that. Iowa wasn't like that. Oklahoma State wasn't like that. My high school wasn't like that, you know, just because there's always usually in a 40-man roster, and then you got the RTC guys, there's always usually 1 or 2 guys that are a little bit snaky that, you know, you just don't like that much. But it's like there's not a single guy at the University of Nebraska on the wrestling team that I feel that way for, you know. And it's just like there's such good guys. And like I'm just so grateful to have guys around me that really care about me. Even Rich Lovett, you know, Rich Lovett's helped me a lot with top bottom, showing me stuff and just, you know, his belief and his warrior mindset. You know, if you look at that weight class last year, that was a stacked weight, man. He came out on top because he had that want factor. He had that why. He had that never say die attitude, find a way, you know. That was Rich Lovett last year, you know, and that's going to be me this year, you know, the mindset, the why, the want factor, the take it, the mano a mano. And like, for me, it's like, I just enjoy what I do. A lot of guys don't enjoy it. You know, I feel like I got a big match. Let me hide in the corner. Let me, oh, everybody's looking at me, but it's like, that's what I live for, you know, because that's what I personally believe. That's what life is about, is those hard times, those tests, right? When the pressure's on you as a man, that's what makes you into who you are. You know, you have to be tested. You know, if you're not tested, why are we here? If you're not here to be tested, you know, what are you just here? Just for your own gratification to live constantly in easiness? You know, that's no growth from that. You know, every single thing that I've gone through that was miserable, that was hard, I've always gotten some out of it. Man, I grew from that. I grew as a person. I have a new sense of, wow, I accomplished something, you know, that was hard. You know, for me, the harder it is, the better that feeling is after, you know. And that's why the thing for me, like the heavyweight, how you doing? Some fans waving.
Yes, sir.
93.7 the ticket, baby. Tune in. But that's the biggest thing for me is like, I love the challenge. That's why for 97, it would have probably been way easier this year to go 97. Just beat the guys I've been beating. The only guy I'd have that way that'd be tough for me to probably be Josh Barr. But it was like a new challenge, you know, a new trajectory. You know, and just going heavyweight, I was like, man, I love the challenge. I love new opponents, new food. You know, let's go after them.
That's funny that, you know, the new food. Hey, let him cook. Let him cook. AJ Ferrari is with us. It is, you talk about movies, Rocky, Gladiator, 300. But when it comes to wrestling, there's only one. There's only one GOAT wrestling movie. Vision Quest. Vision Quest.
I love it. It's funny.
Quest.
You said I just watched that movie last week.
Vision Quest. There's nothing like, listen.
Have you ever seen that movie before or no?
DP had me watch it.
Okay.
What was this, a few months ago? I think you brought that up.
Shoot. So you were Shoot, and now you're Loud and Swain.
Exactly. Exactly.
Right? Like you were the target. You are Loud and Swain.
Right.
I just see, and the iconic moment is him before the big match. He's in the Aux gym by himself, and he's going through all the things. And he's got his song playing, Lunatic Fringe is playing, he's got it moving. What's AJ's song? What's the music? What's the soundtrack to this national championship? What's going to take you there?
I think for me, it's Mr. Fast 2-ish by T-Pain and Esco, my song, right? Just going out there, visualizing myself on the mat and just going out there and executing, remembering, and I think too is I speak things into existence and I believe them. That you read the first page of the Bible. What did God say, right? Let there be light, and there was light. He spoke light into existence. God gives us, not obviously to his degree that power, but he gives us a power in a sense. When we speak things and we believe them, it becomes a power. So like whenever you see me walk on the mat, like as I'm walking back and forth, it's like quickest, slickest, fastest Ferrari ever built. And I believe it. I believe literally in that moment when I am standing, I am the quickest, fastest man built. I believe it and I execute because I believe in that, and it's just that sense of like, man, think about all the footwork you've done whenever you didn't feel like, when you kicked it in gear and you didn't feel like kicking it in gear. You know what I mean? Remember who you are. You're a Ferrari. Remember the way you were raised. You know what I mean? Remember that you were designed for this. Every single part of me in my upbringing was designed for me to accomplish these things. And that's why I came back to wrestling, was like, I'm going to fight MMA later when the Olympics chase that, 2028. But it was like, I had to finish this NCAA wrestling journey because my dad raised me to accomplish and finish the journey, no matter what it is. And that's why I came here, was to finish the journey around the right people, and that's the biggest thing for this year. It's just like continue the trajectory and just remember, everything. And I mean, everything matters. Some people don't understand that. They don't understand, I'll go out one time, I'll party one time. It's like, one night's off's not going to take me. It's like, no, dude, it's like, there's no off days for me. Even the days off that I consider off day are like 3 recovery sessions. You know what I mean? I'm doing 3 ice bath, then I'm doing a red light bed, then I'm doing a hyperbaric chamber, then I'm doing this. It's like, even in my recovery, I'm outworking you, even in every aspect of my life, it's got to be that way, and at least for me, like, I could probably get away with being like other people eating candy, whatever. But like for me, it's not just about this year. It's about the long-term stuff. Like I don't want to wrestle for a couple of years. And then by the time I'm 40, by the time I'm 50, I'm barely able to walk because my body's beat up. I want to do this for a long time. I'd like to be wrestling and then fighting and coaching for years and being able to fulfill my passion. Right. And in a sport like wrestling, that really takes a toll on the body. You got to train smart, and I think that's another thing that you asked me, what separated the Nebraska wrestling staff from other programs, is like the coaches here, they understand that I have the mindset and the work ethic. I'm not a guy that's going to ever cut corners. I never cut corners, but they understand that we work together to train smart, to train accordingly, not to be a guy that's just a mental midget running 20 miles, beating up your joints. You know what I mean? Do I still do sprints? Yes. But am I going to run 10 miles? No, it takes a toll on the knees and ankles. We're already beating our bodies up on the mat going live wrestling. So you got to train smart. I train harder, but I also train smarter,
It is going to be an incredible journey. And I think the more people know you, the more people are going to be on the bandwagon to go, you know what? Here's somebody that I can show my son. And I don't think that's missed on you. I don't think that there are folks at this level who missed that. You know what? There are people who are looking for the North Star. They're looking for somebody to go, it is worth it to work in faith. It is worth it to work harder than everybody else. It is worth it to try to be best and to be disciplined in doing it.
And it doesn't mean your life's going to be easier. That's the thing, is like a lot of people think that just because we believers, we believe in Jesus Christ, we walk by faith, not by sight, 2 Corinthians 5:7. It doesn't mean your life's going to be any easier. All that it means is that there's hope. That's it. There is hope, and that's great for me. It's like, man, there's good news. There's good things coming, whether it's tomorrow or the next day. It's like, man, whenever you're living in your flesh and you're constantly chasing that next instant gratification, that's a deep feeling of regret that you got to live with, and we've always lived in our flesh and made mistakes. Everyone, whether it's the smallest thing, whether it's that candy bar, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like, it can be the smallest of things, but it's like, man, it's just like, it grows, because it always starts out small. It always starts out as, it's just one little thing. And then it grows to this. And then all of a sudden it's this big picture of, man, my whole life is warped. You know what I mean? And it's like, you gotta, and like I said, from the beginning today, when you brought me in here, it starts with your circle, and it starts with you keeping a clean circle. And it's not that I don't talk to people. Like, there's people I talk to on a daily basis that are fans of mine that I try to help out. I try to mentor them, but it's not that, as much as I love them, I can't tell them my personal information about them because I don't know their motives. A lot of people try to say, I'm trying to help you, man. I'm trying to help you, bro. But they're wolves dressed in sheep's clothing. And you got to put on the full armor of God to be protected, right? What is the full armor of God? The breastplate of righteousness, the shoes of peace, the helmet of salvation. And then obviously, most importantly, the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God, right? Memorizing verses and applying them, right? So that's the biggest thing. Like in my song, the first thing, when I listen to my song, I put it on, right? Because I got to make my song with TP and Esco, the #1 wrestling rapper in the world, Travis Pickard. The first line of the song, I say it, and it's 1 Samuel 17, verse 46. This day the Lord will deliver you into my hands, and I'll strike you down and cut off your head. And that's the same line that David said to Goliath. So whenever I hear that song, I think about that. It's like, I'm prepared for that. I'm prepared to kill or be killed, right? And that's the same thing David had. He had faith in the Lord, and that's for me. I got to have faith, walk by faith, not by sight, 2 Corinthians 5:7. And that's a song that I get to walk out to. I'm the only wrestler to my knowledge that walks out to his own song. So
there's, you got to ask Brock Hardy. His dad makes his walkout.
Oh, he has his own song too.
His dad made it. His dad.
I didn't know that's
his
pretty
dad
cool.
was a Christian rapper.
Oh wow!
And made a song. Yeah, it's one to check out.
Yeah, that's cool. I got to check that out.
I know you said 8:45. Can you stay till we'll take a break and then can you stay?
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, we can stay for a long
AJ Ferrari, DP Harrison Orange, 1-on-1.
There's always a new experience to be had at Arbor Day Farm in Nebraska City. From events, adventures, wine tastings, or the Discovery Ride, you can never get tired of seeing what the property has to offer. Make a weekend out of it by staying at the Lead Lodge and enhance your stay with their special packages that include luxurious treatment. Learn more or book your adventure today online at arbordayfarm.org.
All right, Lincoln, if you're a diesel technician who's ready to earn up to $40 an hour and you're tired of working nights and weekends, listen up. Inland Truck Parts and Service is hiring experienced diesel technicians right here in Lincoln, and they're offering what every hardworking tech wants. Monday through Friday hours, no nights, no weekends, and paid training on advanced diesel technology. With 37 locations across 12 states, career advancement opportunities are endless. Start building towards your future and apply today at inlandtruck.com. That's inlandtruck.com. Or text APPLY to 785-369-1320. It's the holiday season. Time for work parties, friend get-togethers, and family gatherings, which means lots of eating. Maybe you think you've perfected your holiday meals, and maybe you have no idea where to even start. Let's fix that right now. No holiday party is complete without Führer's cheese spread. It goes well with any type of cracker, pretzels, apples, chili, vegetable, chips, and of course, it's perfect to pair with wine or beer. Holiday meals aren't complete until Führer's cheese spread is on the table. Find your own container at your nearest local grocery store today.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships, one with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today. Schwieso Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Schwieso Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at schwieso.com. That's SCHWISOW.com. It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier power sports dealership. Score big with rebates up to $2,000 on the Kawasaki NAV, Kawasaki's first ever fully electric personal transportation vehicle designed for cruising the good life. Be the first to NAV your neighborhood. Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered all under one roof with a large selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, motorcycles, and personal watercraft at their 27th and I-80 location, where they can't wait to get you set up for football season.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Fall is officially here, and Brown's Shoe Fit has just the right style and comfort your feet deserve. Stop in to see a wide selection of all your favorite brands, including Brooks, Hoka, Echo, Keen, and many more. At Brown's Shoe Fit, they take the time to measure your feet to ensure proper fit. They also have the largest selection of Uggs and Hokas in Lincoln. Brown's Shoe Fit at 66th and Q.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
You're listening to One-on-One with DP, brought to you by Canopy Street Market on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is a fantastic hour with the one and only AJ Ferrari, and it's pulling back the curtain so Husker fans can get to know this young man. And there's lots to know, and I think as it evolves and unfolds, and he's an onion. He's not what you see is not what you're going to get. So you got to delve into this thing, and I'm
and that can run people the wrong way, man.
But I'm grateful that you're willing to do that. Not everybody's willing to share themselves.
I mean, that's because they're sellouts. They're just trying to chase a dollar sign or chase being someone that they want to be, right? And it's like, I'm never going to sell myself out. Even my sponsorships, right? Like we've talked about all my sponsors and your sponsors and stuff. Yeah. Like you're the same way as me. Like everybody that we have as sponsors, everyone that we do business with, they're people with integrity, right? I'm not going to listen to you and have me do this, and this, and sell out for what you want me to promote. I'm going to be me. And I tell all my sponsors that I'm pro freedom, pro America, pro gun, and number one, listen to this. Pro freedom of thought. There's an agenda to control the way we think, to control your thought process. And it starts from a young age, right? And that's the biggest thing I'm big on kids is like, I don't tell kids technically in wrestling, like technique, what to do. I tell them why to do it, right? And that's what we talk about everything. We're not just saying, go run hard, go work out hard. We're saying there's a purpose behind it.
There is a reason in the GPS. If you have something in the GPS that allows you to finish. And I tell people, I don't have to agree with you. I should love you. Like this, like if anybody that tells me that God is the core and the North Star, then love has to be the overriding, constant, consistent thing. No matter where we are on the GPS, love is where we are. Love is where we're going.
Right.
And love is how we get there. Love has to be the way. And you can try it another way. It ain't going to work. If you don't love yourself and your mission, this wrestling thing, this body thing, this life of Christ, if you don't love it, you're not going to be active in it the way it needs to be for it to be the version you're looking for. And I think that's why you're going to be who you are. And the things going forward, people will follow you because you're true to it. Right. And it is spectacular to watch. Couple of things before we get out of here. One, stakes. What is the cut? What is the cut? What is the cut? Because I need to get these sponsors to line up for you. So, cut of steak. What is the AJ Ferrari cut of choice? What is there? Does it have to be organic? Does it grass fed? What is your cut of meat?
I mean, I obviously prefer grass fed just because it's healthier. But for me, I like the porterhouse. I like the New York strip and the filet. That cut there. That's a really good cut.
The Mercado. We're setting you up with the Mercado. Certified Piedmontese beef. We're going to do that. Canopy Street Market right down the street.
Yeah.
We're going to talk Dan Swanson. Hook you up.
Sounds good.
It's the hookup. What are
You're making me hungry right now? I'm always hungry.
What are the vegetables of choice?
Veggies. I like sauteed onions and then mushrooms, and also I like my good quality, asparagus or spinach. That's my go-to.
The Italian version of you, there has to be that meal, the Italian meal that gets you through when you cross over. What is it?
Spaghetti meatballs, homemade from my mom. We own a pizzeria, actually, Ferrari's Pizzeria in Texas.
Stop it, you say. Okay.
You got to check it out. If you guys are ever in the Allen, Dallas, Texas area, Plano, Texas, that area.
You should tell the bowlers they're going there tomorrow morning.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. I should have told them.
You should tell them you're going to send them some pizza. They're in Fort Worth. They're in Fort Worth.
Oh, it's so good. It's to die for, man.
Yep. We're putting that on. We're going there for baseball.
Uncle Vinny.
Of course it's Uncle Vinny. Of course it's
Uncle Vinny Ferrari.
And then you drink, you even have water of choice. What is
I drink Eternal Water. So this is my personal favorite water brand, just because they have bottles that are so this coloring in the plastic that they use is BPA free. So like there's no microplastics. It's a much lower amount. I think there are some, but it's much lower, and it's clear, so it doesn't melt as much. And then it's also high alkalinity, naturally spring alkaline water. So it's not like a lot of the alkaline water you buy is a scam because they just add stuff that increases the pH, like they add a little baking soda to it. This is naturally spring alkaline water, so it's spring water. So it's purified by the earth.
We wanted to make sure you could shout them out. Get the pub in. We got to get the plug in.
Hey, they hook me up. They send me all the water I want.
That's why.
I love the taste of their water. I love their stuff. So shout out Eternal Water.
We got it. That's why we're doing it, man. We're gonna appreciate it. Let the folks know how they can find you and follow you.
Yep. Social media, X, YouTube at Mr. Fast Twitch, and just man, stay tuned. I'm hungry. I'm starving for success, not just in wrestling, but in life. And I think that, all you guys that stay tuned are going to see just that consistency. Consistency is the mark of a champion. It's not about, some days I'm hot, some days I'm cold. It's about that consistent work ethic, that consistent mindset, that consistent devotion to Christ in every aspect of your life, and that's one thing that I'm grateful for is just that upbringing. And for me now, being an adult, me making the decision, and every day it's about the decisions we make. But yeah, tune in.
In case you didn't catch that, every Wednesday night, 8 o'clock.
Let's go. Wednesdays.
Let's do it.
8 o'clock. Let's go.
Go.
937 the ticket. Nebraska gang, we out. Nebraska gang.